Welcome to Pilates. We're going to have about 55 minutes of class. We're going to start in vertical, so you're going to need a chair or a desk, something without wheels to hold on to, or a wall. You can balance off the wall. You can use sneakers for this particular segment because we are going to be standing. When we get to the mat, we're going to go barefoot. You're going to need your mat. You're going to need a ring, a ball, or a strap, and a skinny towel. And that's just about it. We'll work with those, and let's get started. So let's stand up. And turn out from the pelvis, so the hip, knee, and toe are outward. And we're going to do some leg swings where we're going to come up into attitude. So our knee is out to the side, our heel is out to the side, and then we're going to step back. We're going to go up, toe, heel, back. Up, toe, heel, back. Up, toe, heel, back. We're really calling in on those inner thighs, and the standing leg is supporting us. 8, 7, toe, heel. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Now we're going to bring it up and just pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Now we're going to go into parallel. We work the inner thigh. Let's work a little bit of the outer thigh. So from here, we're going to stand away from the wall or the chair, not put too much weight into it. We're going to lean in, but that lean is a nice diagonal line. And we're going to lift up and lift up. Our body is leaning towards the chair or the wall, and we're lifting. Each time we lift, squeeze those glutes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5. Abs in. 4, 3, 2. Hold and breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, from here, we're going to stay in parallel, and we're going to lift that leg and lower it. And when we lift it, the knee goes to hip height, and then when you come down, you're going to do a toe-heel action. Up, toe, heel. Up, toe, heel. Up, toe, heel. This time in parallel for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, that standing leg is long and tall and strong. You're getting a little tired on that leg. 2, and 1. Now press it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's hold our balance. 8, 7, 6. You can put your toe down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's try the other side. Hopefully I'll be stronger on that side. Okay, so we're going to turn out from the hip, squeeze the inner thighs, lift tall through the body. This is the attitude position, comes back and toe heels. So let's start that way. Swing the leg up and press back. Up, press back. Bent knee, knee is out to the side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 8, 7, 6. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower. Stepping away from the chair or the wall, leaning into it, and notice when you lean into it that you're far away and you're not twisted. You're nice and straight, diagonal. The standing leg is doing a lot of work. Tap it up, 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 up. 8, 7, 6, 5, tap down and up. 3, 2, 1, hold, and tiny presses. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job. Now the front knee bends. Feet are right under your hips. Lift it up and then toe, heel, down. Up, toe, heel, down. Make friends with the floor. Let those feet really feel the floor. Let's do 8, 7, pulse. This is not moving the hips. 4, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Make sure the abs are in, the heart is high, really good posture, chin up, crown on, top of the head reaching towards the wall. Let's pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. Let's try to hold that with a balance. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Better on that side. Good job. Shake it out. And let's do a little upper body work before we go to the floor using the ring or a ball or your internal resistance. Whatever accessory you have. Let's keep the feet completely straight and let's just squeeze that ring in using the pecs and the biceps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Just hold it there. Try to feel the lengthening of your body. The top of the head trying to reach towards the ceiling. The elbows are broad. The shoulder blades are in and down. Breathe for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now tiny presses again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. Good job. Feel a little tired in that front body. Now we're going to counteract it, rebalance it with working the back body and opening the front body. So we're going to bend our knees slightly, pitch forward, and lift up. You're going to feel this more in the triceps and the back of the shoulder. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it and breathe. 8. Try to lift it high. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Now we're going to change it up a bit. This time the elbows are going to go straight behind you and you're going to bend and hold on to the ring. If no ring, use the ball. If no ball, just use your hands and lift. 2, Try not to widen those elbows here. They're right behind your shoulders. 8, 7, 6, 5. Don't raise the shoulders when you lift the elbows. Shoulders are down. 7, 8. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Squeeze those elbows into the midline. 2 and 1. Final set. This time, straight up and bend. Straight up and bend. Straight up, bend, up, bend. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Let those shoulders roll. No activation in the arms. Just let them be free and reverse it. Take an inhale and an exhale. And I think we're ready for our planks. So let's get started. You can take your shoes off now. Grab a drink if you need it. And we're going to inchworm down into the plank. Standing at the edge of our mat. And make sure you can see that mat. And our head goes first, then our arms. Bend your knees, walk it down, and let's go into quadruped first before we go into our plank position. Pull our abs in. Our body is long. We're going to take one leg out, then the other leg out, and breathe. Pull that navel deep into the spine. Total ab work here with some shoulders. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, turn, and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, turn. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, center. Hold. 4, 3, 2, and come down. Stretch. We're going to turn over and we're going to move right into our reverse plank before we get into our ab series and our articulations. So we're going to keep the hands either fingers facing the heels or out to the side, whatever way feels more comfortable to you. Keep the heart high. We're going to root our heels into the floor and lift up. Try to open those hip flexors and hold. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's really important when you do this, if you have a tendency to hyperextend the knees, you don't want to do that. And how you avoid that sinking of the knees is by holding the inner thighs tight together. That takes the tension into the inner thighs and out of the back of the knees. So always remember that. From here, we're going to keep our knees bent with our heels rooted, and we're going to roll back one vertebra at a time until we're on the floor in supine, and hold. Bend our knees, find our foot centers, big toe, little toe, and heel. Slide our shoulders away from our ears. The arms are long to the floor. And we're going to just ever so slightly roll up to our waist and then back down into our tailbone, up into a pelvic tilt, and then down into an anterior tilt where there's more arch in the back. Up, imprinting the waist, and then down, arching. Up and down. Slow, controlled. Put your mind with your body to make it all work. And we're just going to roll those hips ever so slightly and then reverse it. Reverse. And hold. Back to the center. The tailbone is on. We're going to articulate through the spine until we get a little past our shoulder blades, and then we'll come back down. Use the breath to control the movement. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. One vertebra at a time until you get to the tips of the shoulder blades. When you're at the top, the hip flexors are open, the knees are floating, the eyes are at the ceiling, the glutes are squeezed, and then back down through the shoulder blades into the low rib, passing through the waist and the top of the hips until you get to the tailbone and rest. Good. Let's try it again. Let's use our breath. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Melting into the floor. And back into that neutral position. This time we're going to go up and we're going to hold the position on the high end. Inhale. Exhale. Let's hold the hips high, squeeze the glutes, engage the hamstrings, sink the belly, and let's march with one leg. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it high and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more set. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Check to see your collarbones are wide, your arms are long. Bring that leg down, and let's march with the left leg. 1. Just tapping the toe. 2, 3, 4. Stabilize while the leg is moving. 6, 7, 8. Take it high. Point the toe, lengthen the leg. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Repeat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Tiny presses. 8. Bring it down and roll down. Melt each vertebra one at a time into the floor. And tailbone is last. Good job. Let's use our ring for our inner thighs and hold it there. And squeeze. Just hold that squeeze. Let the pelvis go into its neutral position and settle in as the inner thighs are squeezing together, magnetizing. Breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, up we go. Hold it there. Lifting high and squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Utilize those glutes and hamstrings to help you. Abs are in. 2 and 1. And let's do 2 sets of 8, squeezing in and out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it and roll down, squeezing the ring, and rest. Take that ring away. Let's put our feet together and our knees apart, and let's just rock the pelvis, lifting each hip up just a little to resettle, to reset the hips. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. We're ready for our entire ab series. So let's take our legs to tabletop, plant the pelvis into the floor, arms come up. We're going to take an inhale, and we're going to exhale and roll through to the tips of our shoulder blades, reaching long through our fingertips. Find your final leg position where you'd like it the most, where it works the best for you. And we're going to take 5 breaths in, 5 short breaths in, and 5 breaths out. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, out. In, out. In, out. Now hold it there. Take all that tension out of your neck. If your neck is feeling tension, bring your head down. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more, and out. Last one, and out. All the while keeping that navel into the spine, wrapping the ribs, and breathing. Let's go into our roll-up. If you need your skinny towel, now's the time to use that. We're going to put it right around the waist area. Weight our body into it with our legs long. Our feet are flexed. You want energy coming out through your heels. Your legs do not lift when you come up. Your legs remain on the floor with your shoulders wide and your arms plugged into your shoulder joint. Let's do 1 breath to find our powerhouse, and that's going to be an inhale, expand the ribs east to west. And then exhale, corset the ribs, sink the belly, and lift the pelvic floor. Your entire powerhouse becomes activated with that breath, and we're going to utilize that breath throughout the roll-up. So we're going to inhale, and then when we roll up, find that powerhouse, rounding over, keeping the shoulders in their sockets, the arms are in those sockets, and then roll back down and try it again. Don't forget to use the breath. You want to use the exhale on the exertion. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure you breathe. Try not to brace. You want to go as deep as you can into that transversus, which is the girdle muscle that wraps around the hips. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. Reach and then back. We're going to do 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Scoop. Reaching through and then back down 1 vertebra at a time and all the way to the floor. Release the towel from under your back. Widen the chest. Press the back of the arms on the floor. Point the toes. Flex the toes. Point, flex, point. Lift the right leg into the air, slightly turned out from the pelvis, and circle the leg around the hip joint. The hip opening, I should say. 4, 5, 6. Reverse that. In, up, out, and down. 4, 3, 2, and last one, and change legs. The leg that's on the floor is really ironed to the floor. It's not popped up. It's nice and long. Point your toe to the ceiling, cross the midline, and around. Cross. Try to think of the back of the leg lengthening and not gripping the front of the leg. You want that to relax so you have better movement. Your core is keeping your trunk stable. Reverse. And rest. Good job. It's so important to keep that breath going. Only use the muscles that you need. Don't use muscles that are not important to this exercise. If that's a compensation, you need efficiency of every muscle, working only the ones we really need. So from here, we're going to do rolling like a ball. We're going to pull our heels in, squeeze our inner thighs, pull our arms out to the side, look downward, balance off your feet with your low back close to the floor. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Keep those inner thighs squeezing together. It helps the roll. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. And hold. This position is maintained throughout the roll. You don't flip your head back. You don't kick your legs out. It stays just like this. From here, we're going to do single leg stretch to the tips of the shoulder blades. One leg at a time. Inhale. Exhale. Always consciously breathing during your Pilates exercises. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, and bring it in. You want to lift to the tips of your shoulder blades, eyes over your knees, tailbone on, bring it out and around, out and around. For 4, 3, 2, 1. One leg up, one leg down. Holding on to this leg should help you boost your upper back off the floor. We're going to switch and switch. This is the scissor. Switch, switch. Keep that tailbone on the floor. Switch, 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 switch. Head down. Pull them shoulders away from the ears. We're going to open our legs, no turnout, knees in parallel, and cross it 3 times. Open, cross. Open, cross. Open, cross. Open, cross. Open, cross. One more, open and hold. Put your hands on the inner part of your leg and press your legs towards the floor just for a nice little stretch here. Bring it up, hands behind, scoop the belly, take it down and lift it up. Down, up, down, up, down. These are double leg straights. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. One more. Exhale down, inhale up, tabletop, crisscross. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. How about a nice stretch? Arms over the head, flex the feet. Stretch those calves. Point the toes. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex and hold. Arms are above. Let's take those arms into goalpost arms. Feel the collarbones widen. Feel the wrists and the elbows on the floor, if you can. And just hold it there, stretching out the chest. And point the toes and lift the arms above the head. And then bring it back down into goalpost with a foot flexed. Point and flex. Widening the chest. Point, flex. That back body is working too. When you reach above the arms, don't let the shoulder blades rise. Keep them in your back pockets and then back down with the elbows. Up, press, up, press, and bring it down. And how about spine stretch forward? So we're going to sit as tall as we can sit, creating an L shape. The legs are long to the floor, the back is long to the invisible wall. We're going to bring our arms forward, slide our shoulders down, and we're going to tilt our head and peel off that wall, rounding through the upper back, then the middle back, then the low back, and then reaching past our toes if you can. They call it spine stretch forward for a reason. And inhale, exhale, come back at the hips, then the waist, then the low rib, then the shoulder blades, then the shoulders, then the neck and the head, and there you are up against that wall again. Use your breath. Inhale. Exhale, round over. This is an articulated movement, so you have to use one vertebra at a time, not peeling the whole back off the wall at once. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And hold. Standing tall, sitting tall, arms down, open leg rocker. Hands under the thighs, knees and toes on the same plane. Feet are as wide as your mat and shoulders are wide, but the low back is rounded. So your heart is high and your low back is rounded. You start with your eyes on the horizon. Inhale, look down as you roll backwards. Exhale, come back up, eyes back up to the horizon. Inhale. 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 So you're inhaling on the way back, up, and you're exhaling on the way down, rhythmically. One more. Now you can continue doing this, or you could try to hold on to your ankles with your legs long. Takes a little hamstring flexibility. We're going to inhale at the top again. Exhale. Last one. And hold it. This takes core strength to hold, core control. Bring your legs together. Roll down. Time for the corkscrew. Now your upper body is the foundation for this movement. The lower body is what's rotating. So we're up, circle the legs, and stop. Try to glue those heels together. Up, go the other direction, and stop. Pull them deep into the navel. Up, exhale, around. Inhale up, then exhale around. Inhale up, exhale around. One more. Inhale up, exhale around. Bring the knees in, hold it. Head to the knees. Open up that low back and roll up. Now some upper body rotation. or the foundational strength is in the waist to the toes. So these aren't moving. The upper body is going to move now. Flex your feet, arms out, turn and reach. 1, 2, 3. It's not a bounce. It's just to reach a little further. Turn and reach, 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 up and back to center. Turn and look behind and reach, 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 up, back to center. One more on this side, on the left. Reach, 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 back to center. Try to sit tall, flex the feet. Let's point the toes, flex the feet. Point, flex. Keep the trunk long, point, flex, point, flex. Close the legs. We're going to the floor for some single leg and double leg kicks. But first, let's settle our pelvis into the floor. We're going into the opposite direction now. Our legs should be about hips width apart, no further. The hands press into the floor, clasped, and the elbows press into the floor as the heart raises to the ceiling. We're going to point, flex, point, and lower. Point, flex, point, lower. Point, flex, point, lower. Point, flex, point, lower. Point, flex, point, lower. One more, and lower. Good job. Now we're going to turn our head, and we're going to bring our hands behind, clasp, drop the elbows. Legs are close together, and we're going to kick 3 times here. 1, both legs, 2, 3. Try not to rock the body when you kick. You want to hold those abs so tight into your spine that the body's not going to rock. It's stable instead of moving. And then you arch up and turn your head and go the other direction. 1, 2, 3, up and turn. 1, 2, 3, up, reach out through the crown of the head, and 1, 2, 3. This is the last one. Reach and turn. 1, 2, 3. Let's come up. Give yourself a puppy stretch. Let that whole spine stretch out. Pull the navel in. Armpits go to the floor. Stretching out that upper body. Upper back. Breathe. And let's do a few Swan Preps to balance out the arching. So we're going to go up into an arch on the upper body, keeping our shoulders down, coming back down articulatedly, and then lift those legs. But it's got to be a rhythmic movement to get the legs to come off the floor. Squeeze the glutes, lengthen the legs, up, up, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, child's pose. On to our sideline position. We're going to do some développés here. You can put your hand on your head, or you can put your head down on the floor. If your neck is lower than your spine, then you need to put a little pillow there, because the neck is part of the spine and it needs to be neutral to the spine. So we're going to stack our hips. We're going to put our hand in front for a little balance, but we're not going to rely so heavily that it twists our upper cage into the floor. So we want to stack our shoulders, stack our hips, and we're going to développé up with that knee facing the ceiling. Point the toe and then flex down. Draw a line up the leg, point, flex down. Use control. The pelvis really doesn't move on this if you can avoid it. So keep the range of motion small if your pelvis wants to move. Up, développé, flex. Up, développé, flex. Point and flex. One more. Point and flex. Good job. Lift that top leg to hip height and circle. Hold on to the pelvis. Use your abs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Reverse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both legs off the floor. Hold it there. Pull into the abs and beat both legs together, both heels together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, tiny runs. Squeezing those inner thighs together, tightening up the glutes, pulling into the abs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. When you're in sideline position, it's really important to hold your abs in and lift the bottom rib. You don't want it to sag into the floor. You want it to be active, lifted, so you have good postural alignment in this sideline position. You're going to come up to the front, and then you're going to move over to the other side. Stack your hips, stack your shoulders. Try not to close off the shoulders, keep them stacked. And we're going to développé up and flex down. Trying to maintain the neutrality and stability of the trunk. The legs doing the work, the abs are sponsoring it. And flex. Point, straighten, and flex. Point, straighten, and flex. Point, straighten, and flex. One more. Point, straighten, and flex. Lift that leg, knee forward, and circle. This is a challenge to hold the hips quiet while you're moving through space from the femur head down. And reverse it. Good job. Lift that leg, lift the bottom leg, point both toes, don't sickle the feet, and beat, 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 beat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, breathe, run. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's roll onto our backs. We're going to practice some teasers. Here you can use your skinny towel to help facilitate the articulation through the spine. And we're going to just do the preps today. Actually, I think the preps might be harder than the actual teasers. There's different varieties of teasers. So we're going to soften that knee on the right leg, barely bent. And we're going to leave the left leg long, slide the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to inhale, exhale, roll up. Try to keep this leg right with the knee. That's difficult to do, but try. We will only want the core and the spine to work here. We're not using the legs to help us. Let's try it again. We're going to do 2 more on the left side. Ready? Inhale. Press or root that heel into the floor as you come up, and then back down. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. And lower. Good job. I find one side's always harder than the other, so your strong side will be easier. Root the left heel into the floor with a slightly bent knee, leg long, shoulders away from the ears. Let's try the other side. Take your inhale, exhale, and back down. Try not to move that straight leg. That's a difficult thing to do, but try to keep it quiet because we want to completely work the powerhouse and the flexion of the spine. Inhale, exhale. We only have one more to do. Inhale, exhale, and rest. Good job. Let's turn over and swim. So we're going to put our arms overhead. This is prone shoulder flexion. And we're going to press our upper arms into the shoulder sockets. Press our hands to the floor. Lift up through the upper back. Lift the thighs up. Lift the arms to the ears. Up the joint, not the blades. And inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Inhale. Exhale. Tighten up those glutes. Lengthen through the back of the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the arms around just to that halfway shoulder mark and lift up. Squeeze those lats together and back. Squeeze. Back. Squeeze. Back. Squeeze. Back. Squeeze. For 4, 3, arch up, 2, and 1. Palms up, thighs off, heart off, up in the air, straight for 5 breaths in, 5 breaths out. 5 breaths in, 5 breaths out. In, out. This is your last one. In, out, and rest. Good job. Let's come up. Let's do a nice stretch here in downward dog. And press our heels into the floor. Press our glutes high to the ceiling. Shoulders are away from the ears. Toes are forward, heels are forward, are in line with the toes. And we're stretching out that spine and the calves and the hamstrings and the shoulders for 4, 3, 2, 1. And drop the knees down. Turn over to the front. And let's do our side bending series, known as the Mermaid. And hold. Open it up wide. This leg is internally rotated. This leg is externally rotated. Lift long through the spine and then side bend over and roll that upper arm around the shoulder joint. And then back into that side bend where our ribs open up, using those intercostal muscles. Rotate through the spine, navel in, tight, tight, tight into the spine, and arm out to the diagonal. Back up, and then bring the legs forward, and then bend the knees, back up again, and hold. Feel the stretch. Breathe. Open wide. And reach forward to the side. I'm sorry, not forward. And stretch. and roll that arm, breathing. And then back into that beautiful side bend, and then into rotation, reaching long, navel to spine. Don't forget your breath. Back up. Grab your ring, grab your towel or your strap. We're going to stretch our backs of our legs, our inner thighs, and the sides, lateral sides of the leg. While we breathe in that perfect postural alignment, flex the foot so you get a nice stretch through the calf, the back of the knee, and the hamstring. Situate your pelvis so it's neutral. Both hip bones are facing the ceiling equally. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure those shoulders are away from your ears. Take it out to the side with the heel facing the side wall. Flex foot, pelvis neutral. Both shoulder blades are firmly on the floor, equally on the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Back up. Cross over. Feel that stretch through the sides of the thigh and hold. Head stays straight, arm is out, opposite arm to opposite leg on this one. Bring it back up and change legs. Holding it here for a good stretch. Widen those collarbones. Relax into the stretch. Out to the side and hold. Breathe. Take it back up, cross the midline, and over. Before we come to our seated position, let's just reset the nervous system, rebalance it by pointing and flexing the feet and letting the whole entire spinal column feel the movement along even with the head, because there should be no tension in your body. Put your palms up with your collarbones wide and inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. You can shut your eyes on this one. Usually with Pilates, we try to keep our eyes open because the eyes are the conduit to the body. But here we're trying to relax the body now. Inhale, exhale. And feel the stillness of your body. Find your spine. Do you feel it equally to the floor? Are both sides of the pelvis equal to the floor? Do you feel a slight arch around the low back? Do you feel your shoulder blades equally to the floor and your shoulders and the back of your head? Take your inhale, exhale. Bring the knees in and roll up. Starting to bring our bodies back to its natural state. Roll the shoulders, reverse. Now lengthen the back of the neck, chin up, crown on, and look to your right and look to your left. Try to put no tension there, just gently to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Now, you're a bobblehead. There's no tension in the neck whatsoever. And you just follow your head. And then let it settle in its natural space. Take an inhale and exhale. One more inhale. Same amount of air in, same amount of air out. The last time, inhale, exhale. Good job. Remember, when you breathe, don't breathe into the neck muscles, breathe into the diaphragm. Thanks for joining me. Have a great week. The weather's going to warm up, so enjoy it. And I'll see you on Friday for 11 o'clock cardio fusion and 12 o'clock Pilates. Have a great week.